There is a particular kind of quiet confusion that I want to talk about today. Not the confusion that comes from a crisis, not the kind where something has visibly fallen apart, and the kind that you can say, that is the problem. I'm talking about the other kind, the kind where everything is, by most measures, fine, where you are functioning, getting things done, and showing up. Where anyone looking in from the outside world probably says, you're doing well, and you are. But underneath that, something is not sitting right. You catch yourself in odd moments in the car at night or somewhere between tasks. There is this quiet question that surfaces, something like, who am I right now? Or why does none of this feel like me? And then, because there is nothing obvious to point to, because no disaster has occurred, you push it down. You tell yourself to be grateful. You carry on. I want to tell you that what you are feeling is real. It is important and it has a name. My name is Clare Deacon. I'm a positive psychology and nervous system expert, and I work with women who are exactly where you are right now, functioning well on the outside, quietly questioning on the inside. Welcome to the Happier Life podcast. I want to start by being very specific about the feeling, because that is where action lives. It is not quite sadness. It's not quite anxiety. It is more like a low level mismatch, like you are wearing a coat that you used to fit you perfectly, and you cannot quite put your finger on when it stopped fitting. But you notice every day it does not feel right. You might describe it as feeling flat or numb, or like you are watching your life from a slight distance. You are in it, not fully in it. You are doing all the things, but not because they light you up. Some women describe it as being on an autopilot. Others say they feel like they have lost something they cannot quite name. Some say they feel invisible, even in their own lives, even to themselves. And the hardest part, when nothing is visibly wrong, you have no permission slip to feel this way. So you start to wonder if something is wrong with you. And believe me, I've been there. If you are being dramatic, if you should just push through and be grateful for what you have, here is what I want you to hear. You are not being dramatic. You are not being ungrateful. Most of all, you are not broken. Your body and your sense of self are trying to tell you something. And if you have built a life where being needed has quietly become your identity, then this feeling is the first signal that something needs to shift. Identity does not break all at once. That is the thing that nobody tells you. There is no single morning you wake up and think, I no longer know who I am. It happens gradually, quietly, in the space between everything you are doing for everyone else. What I see over and over with the women I work with is this pattern. Somewhere along the way, you've started building your identity around roles, around what you could do for others, around being the capable one, the reliable one, the one who holds it all together. And those roles are real and they matter. They are not you. They are what you do. They are not who you are. Notice what happens in your body when you think about the last time you felt completely like yourself, not performing a role, not managing someone else's needs, just you. When was it? What were you doing? For a lot of women, that question is surprisingly hard to answer. Not because those moments do not exist, but because they have become so rare and so quickly swallowed up by everything else that they barely register. That is the drift I am talking about. Identity drift. It does not happen because you made a wrong turn. It happens because you are a woman who cares, who gives, who shows up. It happens because the system you are living in rewards the giving and rarely asks you what you are giving up in the process. Your nervous system has been running primarily outward towards other people's needs, other people's emotions, other people's expectations. And when that goes on long enough, your connection to your own internal cues goes quiet. You stop hearing your own signal beneath all of the noise. And then one day, in a quiet moment, the signal surfaces again and it says, something does not fit. This is not a crisis. This is an invitation. I want to be honest with you now because I think you deserve that more than you deserve to be let off the hook. If this feeling stays unexplored, if you push it down again and again, and if you keep choosing the coat that does not fit because changing it feels too complicated, quiet mismatch becomes your life. Not all at once, gradually, the way things do. You build a life that looks right. The house, the career, the relationship, the achievements. And one day you look at it all and think, this is everything I was supposed to want. So why does it feel like it belongs to someone else? That is not ingratitude. That is your authentic self still trying to be heard after years of being quiet. And here is what I know from the women who come to work with me and from my own journey. The ones who stay stuck are not the ones who lack courage. They are the ones who never gave themselves permission to take the feeling seriously in the first place. So if a part of you is quietly thinking, this might be me right now, I want you to pay attention to that. I'm not here to tell you that understanding this will fix it overnight. It will not. But understanding it is where everything begins to shift, where you know that what you are experiencing is identity drift, not a character flaw or ingratitude. It becomes less frightening. The question, who am I now, stops feeling like a threat and starts feeling like something worth sitting with. When you understand that your nervous system has been running primarily outward for a long time, you start to notice the moments when it's not. And those moments become data. They tell you what actually feels like you. The women I work with go from feeling like they are watching their life from a distance to feeling genuinely present in it. From choosing the coat that does not fit because it is easier to building something that actually fits who they are now, not who they were 10 years ago, not who everyone else expects them to be. who they actually are. That is the work. And it starts with taking this feeling seriously. If this episode has landed somewhere real for you today, I am glad. And if a part of you is thinking, I have been pushing this feeling down for a long time, I want to say something really clearly. You do not have to keep doing that. Cuppa and a Chat is a free conversation with me. No agenda, no pressure, just a conversation to see whether working together might be the right next step for you. You can book at happiercoach.com/chat. And if you are not ready for that, that's completely fine too. Keep listening to the Happier Life podcast. We publish each week, and every episode is a conversation with one woman in mind, you. You can find out more at happiercoach.com, and I will see you next week.